Hey guys, and welcome back to another of my Halloween read section. This time I have a book by R.L Stine. I mean, if anyone is roughly the same age as me, maybe a bit younger, maybe a small bit older, you would have grown up with Goosebumps. I mean, can you class them as horror stories for kids? Well, they're certainly scary stories or in the gross out gore sort of genre anyway. So when I saw that R.L Stine was writing his first adult book, I was like, R.L Stine! Oh my god, I remember him from Goosebumps, and I got really excited and I had to get it, and I said it would be really appropriate for this little segment that I'm doing for Halloween. So without further delay, R.L Stine's first adult book is Red Rain. This book is classified as an adult fiction horror. I will get into my disagreements with all of those titles later in the review, but for now, the main premise of this book is that Leah Sutter is a travel writer and she goes to the Cape du Chat Noir. It's an island in the Carolinas, and when she arrives there she finds out about all of the rituals of the little island, but as she's only a day there? 2 days? A hurricane hits the island, a really bad hurricane. Nearly most of the island dies and it's just horrific. In the midst of all this, Leah finds these two young boys, these two blonde-haired twins who are supposedly around the 11 or 12 but look much younger and speak much older, so there's this huge confusion over what age they actually are. But Leah instantly falls for the children, like, I have to take them home. Leah has always wanted a big family, and this is like the answer to her prayers. She brings these two children home to her husband and two kids that she has already, and the whole plot of the story is that there's something not quite right with the two kids, Samuel and Daniel. And you find pretty early on that whatever is actually wrong with Daniel and Samuel is of the paranormal genre rather than just your age-old psycho children. So what were my general feelings on this book? Very mixed, and if you go online and you look up what people think about this book, then it's going to be like, this is the worst book ever, or there are some people going, oh, I loved it, it's brilliant. And I don't agree with either of those aspects. It's not the most amazing book, but certainly not the worst book. Saying that, I was a Goosebumps fan. As I said at the beginning of the video, I was really excited for R.L Stine's new book, and I expected it to be written in the style of R.L Stine, even though it was supposed to be an adult book. And if you've read Goosebumps, they're supposed to be horror / gore, but they're very cheesy. And I mean, even for a kid, they're cheesy. Well, I did when I was growing up, I found them cheesy. So I was kind of expecting that. Not that the book is cheesy, but I wasn't expecting a, really intense thriller out of this, because I know what R.L Stine writes like. And I feel like some people who hadn't read Goosebumps, and even those that had, were still judging him because it's supposed to be an adult book. I feel like it is more of a young adult / my age group, but and younger. I don't really feel like anyone older than me would enjoy it as much, even though that is what it is supposed to be aimed for. Secondly, I don't also think it should be classed as a horror, because it is not scary, maybe thriller, maybe in the gore genre, but it is not a horror. I was not scared at all. The general feel, if you couldn't get from the synopsis, is like, think Children of the Damned, Orphans, that sort of thing. It's not anything earth-shattering, it's not a plot that you haven't heard of before. So again, don't be expecting that, just go into it for a good book. The other issue, I feel like I just have so many issues with this book rather than enjoying it, but I will get to the actual good thing and what I felt about it. But the other issue is that, well, it's not an issue for me, but it will be for a lot of people. If you are very big into deep character development and you really need to get to know the characters and they really need to be well developed, really, you're not going to like this book. That's never been R.L Stine's kind of writing style, and I didn't expect it now, and I'm kind of glad, because sometimes you spend so long trying to get to know characters that you're like, get on with the story. Once you've gotten over all of that, which sounds like a lot to get over, I really enjoyed this book. Like I said, it's not earth-shattering, but I was reading this book and I was getting through it really fast, and I wanted to know what the hell was going on with these kids, Samuel and Daniel. I kept going. I was definitely kept going, and I wanted to know what was going on. I read it so fast. A serious page turner in my opinion, but like that, it's not too deep. It's not a new concept of a book. It's not an earth-shattering ending, but it was a good book. And I think sometimes you need that. Yeah, you can have really overdeveloped books, and if you want that, then they have a time and place, but sometimes you just want a good, quick thriller, and that's what this book is. That is pretty much all I can say. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. You will fly through this book, and hopefully you will enjoy it like I did. That's R.L Stine's first adult horror book, Red Rain by R.L Stine, and 3 out of 5. You should definitely pick it up for the reasons that I already said. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again in a new video for Halloween really, really soon. Okay guys, I hope you're good. Let me know what you've been reading for Halloween. Let me know if you're going to pick up this book, or you already have, and what you thought of it. Are you in camp, this is the worst book ever? Let me know your thoughts, because I would really appreciate it. It's really divided on this. Okay, bye guys.